Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler, Part 2, Madison Square Garden, this Saturday. What the hell? What is going on with this? There was a report a week ago that it was off. And not only that it was off, it was specific. It was off because of Oliveira. Hey, Siri, call Ariel Helwani.
Calling Ariel Helwani?
Let's just see if we can get an answer on this real fast, because Ariel did not weigh in on this. I didn't see anybody weighing in on this. But fighters believed it was true. This rumor surfaced somewhere. I remember seeing Dustin Poirier.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Oh, thanks for nothing. When is the last time he's taken a call? Dustin Poirier even weighed in on it. And almost made it sound like he was perhaps offering himself. Remember when Cowboy would do this? When Cowboy would put something cryptic out there and then he would say, I know a guy. Remember when he would do that? Dustin Poirier did darn near that. He didn't fully agree that he would suit up and take on shot, but he did make it known that he was watching. And we got Ariel here? No. So I got an alert on my phone. I thought it was there. I looked at my phone. It says Bitcoin is now above $88,000. What are you guys buying Bitcoin for? I'm curious. Good for you. The ones that, what are you buying Bitcoin for? What do you plan to do with it? I'm not turning on you. I get the phenomenon. I keep getting these alerts. It keeps going up every day. Ariel never weighed in on Oliveira. Now, Oliveira never weighed in on Oliveira. Michael Chandler never weighed in on Oliveira. Okay, there's 3 ways you can get a word out. You can telephone, telegraph, or tell a fighter. Because none of them can keep a secret. So, in our industry, if there is smoke, there is fire. And I don't mean some of the time. I mean absolutely every time. And the ones that don't go anywhere are not feature matches. This is MSG. This is Saturday. This is a massive implication. If Charles Oliveira does not win this fight, I know you guys love him. I'm on board. You got me on board. But if he doesn't win this fight, we never discuss Charles Oliveira in the World Championship again. Are you ready for that? I mean, the Charles Oliveira era was not terribly long, but by gosh, it existed. And it was meaningful, and it was impressive. But it comes to a screeching halt Saturday night if he does not win. And it's not as though something different could be said for Michael Chandler. Now, we can't go as far as to say the winner's going to fight for the belt. But they probably are. They probably would at least be put in a position to revisit the idea of Red Panty Night, which I get isn't a belt, but it's something. We would get put in the position to welcome, perhaps, Max Holloway in a BMF belt. I mean, if you think for 1 millisecond, Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway, BMF title doesn't draw, come on. And we have a rumor that Oliveira is not going to show, complete with detail. Not only is the fight interrupted, but that it was on Charles's side. And we have top fighters in the world, including an ESPN analyst and Dustin Poirier, who heard the rumor and believed it was true. As did I. But I haven't heard anybody correct it. I haven't heard anybody confirm it. I haven't heard anybody say, here would be the contingency plan in case. And one thing about it, when you're dealing with Michael Chandler, and particularly right now, you guys don't know what's coming. I don't mean that in a condescending way, like I know something you don't, but I do. I do know something that you don't. And one thing about Chandler is it doesn't matter who the opponent is. There's not many guys you could say that about, but it will not matter who the opponent is. Chandler has absolutely zeroed in on a measured, calculated strategy. You could probably guess what it is, but you're going to have to guess. I can't just hand it to you, but he is really zeroed in. The number one thing he and his coach are talking about is his awareness of what's going on in a 10-9. in a 10-9 must system under the unified rules. So it doesn't matter who the opponent is, and that doesn't mean Mike can just go through anybody, but it doesn't matter. When you get into a position as an athlete where you commit to yourself, here's the things I'm going to do, and nothing else matters, that's when you go into the untouchable zone. And you can write books on this, and you can sit kids down, and you can talk to them, and you get some to believe in, you get some that think there's another path. It really doesn't make a damn bit of difference because it's hard to do anyway. As simple as it might sound, if you as an athlete can commit to 3 things, okay, let's just use MMA as an example. You commit though, I'm going to do 3 things, right? When I make myself a deal, I honor the deal, I'm going to stick to it, I would never lie to myself, and I'm going to do these 3 things for tonight. For however long this fight lasts, I don't know what's going to happen in between, but these 3 things I am going to do. When you get into that, it's called slowing down the game. And when you can slow the game down, that's when the guys become unstoppable. That's when the guys can get through rounds, and rounds turn into fights. And fights turn into rankings, and rankings turn into main events, and main events turn into championships. Those championships turn into titles, and those titles turn into legends. But it has to go in that order. And it is for a very select few that can do that. And I don't say that to you to boast, by the way. I only had a few times in my whole life where I was able to do that. It's a very, very difficult thing to do. You got stuff coming from you from all sides. You got information from coming all sides. Those 2 to 3 things that you're promising yourself you're going to do are wildly complicated. I'm just sharing for you. It wouldn't matter if they wanted to change the opponent. See, I thought that was Errol. I thought he was going to make me look good. Call me back. I could answer. I thought, what a scumbag. When is the last time Errol's done something for me? And now I still don't know. I'm assuming that these 2 are going to fight. I'm just going to share for you. And I know I'm speaking for Chandler, and maybe think I don't have the right to, but I do. I just spoke to Chandler. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who the opponent is. That's not the deal. Chandler has not focused in on this skill set, or this guy steps this way, or he's going to throw this, and that's not what he's doing. He's got 3 pieces of offense. He has made a deal with himself and gone through a training camp that lasted an extended period of time because Red Panty Night turned out to go up in smoke. So from his perspective, whoever they wanted to bring in, it's got nothing to do with it. Whether I can beat you or I can't beat you, it's going to be between the judges and the rule set come the end of the night. Got 3 things. He's going to go stick to them. And if you've watched Chandler's fight, and as wildly as excited as they are, I'm just sharing with you, it is going to be a different guy. And I want to know who that guy's fighting. And I believe it's Charles Oliveira. But there appears to be a little bit of suggestion. Perhaps it's not.